Have you ever heard of the phrase, one bad apple ruins the bunch? I heard it a lot as a kid, and it got me thinking, how does one apple ruin the whole bunch? Apples don't talk to each other or anything like that. You don't see little apple bullies running around at the grocery store. Before we discuss how a bad apple can ruin others, we have to learn how the apple went bad in the first place. Apples are a part of a collection of fruits called climacteric fruits. These include tomatoes, bananas, and melons. Not all fruits are climacteric. Some, such as strawberries, are considered non-climacteric. Climacteric is a stage of fruit ripening associated with increased ethylene production and a rise in cellular respiration, which is the process by which glucose is converted to ATP or energy. It is the end of the maturing stage and the beginning of senescence, which is the loss of a cell's ability to divide or the aging of fruits. The climacteric stage is when fruit is the most appealing to consumers as it causes changes in color, aroma, and sugar content. The climacteric stage causes respiration rates to rise within the fruit, then they fall back to preclimacteric rates afterwards. During this rise is when the hormones within the plant go a little crazy, much like puberty in humans. There are a couple of hormones at play here, including abscisic acid, jasmonic acid, ethylene, and salicylic acid, but scientists tend to focus on ethylene the most. Plants that have developed a mutation that causes them to be unable to perceive ethylene show decreased senescence rates. Ethylene is a hormone that is secreted as a gas. A hormone is a chemical signal produced by one type of cell that once it comes in contact with target cells causes changes in growth or development. In this case, ethylene is produced by fibers of the plant including roots, leaves, fruits, and stems. Ethylene encourages the ripening of fruits and the shedding of leaves. These changes age the plant and then lead to the process of decay. The climacteric event isn't the only thing that can cause a rise in ethylene production. Damage, such as being dropped or too much salt in the soil, can cause a rise in hormone production as well. This is a reproductive measure. When there is a high concentration of ethylene, the fruit will rot, creating fertilizer for the seeds within. This aids germination, the process by which an organism grows from a seed to a sprout. Now we understand how the apple went bad, but how does it affect others? It's actually pretty simple. When ethylene is released from one plant, in this case apple A, it travels through the air. Ethylene from apple A can then reach the target cells of apple B, and the signals would travel within apple B and cause an increase in ethylene production, which will eventually lead to rot. So in conclusion, one bad apple can ruin the bunch.